Good afternoon, everyone. So, let us try to solve the questions. So, question number one: which of the following is or correctly matched? Piper Alpha, it was given as United Kingdom here, and Gulf War oil spill, Northern Sea. So, while discussing about that gas leak in Vishakhapatnam, we also explained about chemical disasters. So, in that particular class, we explained Piper Alpha incident took place in Scotland. So Scotland is located in United Kingdom. So first one is correctly matched. Then if you go to Gulf War oil spill, Gulf War oil spill took place in Persian Gulf, not in the Northern Sea. Actually, this Piper Alpha incident took place in Northern Sea. So Gulf War oil spill took place in Persian Gulf, not in Northern Sea. So second one didn't match. So the answer for question number one is only one. That means A. All right. Then let's go to question number two. Which of the following are the health problems associated with exposure to styrene gas? Again, we have seen the reason for the recent admission into the hospitals and the subsequent deaths of certain individuals in Vishakhapatnam is leakage of this styrene gas from LG polymers. So, what are the health problems associated with it is like shortness of breath, chemical inflammation of lung tissues, blistering. Blistering means small spots onto the individual skin. Next, irritation in nose and throat. All four are the reason. If you inhale this particular gas, for a short period of time you will be having these kind of problems. If you go for a longer time, it leads to fatality means here leading to death. So all four are health related challenges associated with styrene gas. So question number 2, option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, all are correct. So it was given in option C, so the answer for second question is C. Next, third question: which of the following is or correctly matched? So section 304 of IPC, section 304 of IPC deals with culpable homicide doesn't amount to murder, and section 304 of A, section 304A of IPC deals with death due to negligence. Again, these two sections we discussed while discussing the chemical disaster issue. So section 304 deals with culpable homicide doesn't amount to murder. Culpable homicide amounting to murder deal comes under section 302. So here it was given as 304. So statement 1 is wrong. Option 1 is wrong here. It should be doesn't amount to murder. Whereas option 2 is right. Death due to negligence and punishment up to 2 years. So that means only second option is correct. So the answer is B. Next, question number 4. Which of the following ministries is the nodal agency to deal with chemical disasters in the country? So as we mentioned, when it comes to giving permissions to the establishment of a chemical factory, so it is the environment ministry that provides the clearance. So at the same time, when it comes to dealing with disasters also, so it is the nodal ministry to deal with chemical related disasters in the country. So in that context, the answer should be Ministry of Environment and Forests. So question number 4. So you may confuse that with chemical and fertilizers. No. In general, NDMA related issue, that means sending of forces under the National Disaster Management Act. So that will be dealt under Ministry of Home Affairs. That will be taken care by Ministry of Home Affairs. When it comes to chemical disasters, we have this Ministry of Environment and Forest. So that's about question number 4. Next, question number 5. Consider the following statements about National Green Tribunal. So, statement 1. It is a special tribunal to handle the expeditious disposal of cases pertaining to environmental issues. Statement 2. NGT follows the principles of natural justice while handling the matters pertaining to environment. As we mentioned, in the year 2010, National Green Tribunal was created with the same act, NGT Act 2010. The purpose of this tribunal is to take care of environment related cases. Suppose, for example, it can give orders whenever if there is any environmental concern with respect to any one particular area. So we have seen like NGT orders in controlling pollution in Delhi, like not allowing diesel vehicles to come into the city. Like they should only use the bypass highways. They should not enter into the city of Delhi. And recently also NGT passed an order regarding investigation with respect to LG Polymers. So the statement 1 is right. The statement 2, NGT follows the principles of natural justice. So this is actually the specialty of NGT. In general, courts are tribunals. Tribunal is a quasi-judicial body. Court means a judicial body. So tribunal, if this NGT in general, these tribunals follow certain code of procedure. Whereas in the case of NGT, it follows the principles of natural justice. That means whether it doesn't follow the IPC. Normally we have to follow IPC to deal with the cases. But when it comes to NGT, it follows the principles of natural justice. That means whether to what extent the given issue is right or wrong, it goes by the principles of natural justice. That means so we have this laws of nature, right? So the laws of nature will be followed. So to what extent that is actually polluting the environment, so whether it is really polluting the environment or not, so it goes by the principles of natural justice, laws of the nature. So that's about statement 2. So both the statements are correct. So the answer for question number 5 is C. Then when it comes to question number 6, consider the following statements about Asian Infrastructure and Investment Bank. So this bank was established by the China like around in the year 2015-16, headquartered at Beijing. So here the statement 1, it is a multilateral development bank with a mission to improve socio-economic outcome in Asia. So that's the very purpose of this bank, is it will give loans for infrastructural development in the Asian continent. And it is headquartered at Beijing, not at Tokyo. So statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is wrong. So for question number 6, the answer should be 1 only. Statement 1 is correct. So the answer should be A. So when it comes to question number 7, which of the following countries are the members of G7? As I mentioned, G7 is the world's top influential economies. At the same time, these G7 countries are the OECD countries, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So these are the top 7 developed economies. Previously we used to have G8, but after initially it was started as G7. Later they added Russia to them. They named it as G8. Again in the year 2014, when Russia occupied Crimea, the part of Ukraine. Then again they removed Russia in the year 2014. Again G8 became G7. So the members of G7 are G, Germany, UK, next Japan, Italy, next what you call Canada, and I just came up with one shortcut here. Let me tell you, Gujarat fighting increase, like where is the option? G, UK, France. Yeah, option B. Gujarat fighting undernourishment in children in India. So that was the shortcut I developed. So Gujarat means G, U, J. G means Germany, U means UK, J means Japan. Fighting, F means France, U means UK. Next, children means C, Canada. Again, last, India means here Italy. So total 7 countries. G, U, J, Gujarat, fighting, undernourishment in children in India. So you can make any kind of mnemonic for this. So in this way, I just made G, U, J, F. Next, U, C, I. Anyway, you can make this shortcut. So here where it was given, Germany, UK, Japan, France, USA, Canada and Italy. So the answer here is B. Next, question number 8. Question number 8. In the given which of the following places the headquarters of World Health Organization is located? So WHO, Geneva. So it's a factual question. There is not much explanation for this. I just want to tell you guys to know the headquarters of these organizations, international organizations, only for that reason. Next, question number 9. Currently, European Union is facing certain internal challenges. Which of the following are among them? I explained this topic while explaining end of the globalization, question mark, in that particular topic. So right now, EU is reeling under certain challenges like Brexit, the Britain's exit from European Union. So that is actually creating a lot of challenge even for the exit of Britain also. So that is true. Financial challenges among the Eurozone members, especially among these the PIGS countries, PIIGS. We have this Portugal, Italy, Ireland, PIGS. Portugal, Italy. What are those countries? No. Actually, Spain, and we have another country here, PIGS. Actually, I remembered with that shortcut. And we have in Greece. Sorry, yes. Portugal, Italy, Ireland, Greece, and Spain. So in these countries, they have these internal financial challenges. So for that, the support is given by Germany and Austria. So now they are facing these internal financial challenges. To what extent they should get back the money? And excessive democracy. That's what I mentioned. Right now, EU is giving too much of democracy to its people. So that is again creating a lot of challenges, like for each and everything people started questioning. So with that, the like too much of populism and too much of politics involved around it. So that's also a kind of challenge they're facing. So the answer here, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, all three, 1, 2 and 3. So the answer is D. Next, let's go to question number 10. Consider the following statements about Belt and Road Initiative. It's a global development strategy adopted by the Chinese government involving infrastructure development and investments. That's true. Previously, as we mentioned, it used to be called as OBOR and Maritime Silk Route. One Belt, One Road and Maritime Silk Route. Combinedly, right now, we are calling that as Belt and Road Initiative. So India did not sign the deal as one of the projects passing, as one of its projects passing through its eastern conflicting borderline. It's not eastern here, it is one of its western conflicting borderline. India's western side, we have this Pakistan. Near to Pakistan, we have this conflicting border, the Gilgit-Baltistan region. So along the Gilgit-Baltistan region, the project, the CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, is passing through it. So India raised a concern. China did not consider that. So with that reason, we did not join. So here it comes, it's the India's western conflicting borderline, not eastern conflicting borderline. So statement 2 is wrong. Statement 1 is correct. So the answer is option A. Next, question number 11. Consider the following statements about Food Corporation of India. It is a statutory body under Ministry of Agriculture. It procures agricultural produce from farmers and distribution of food grains throughout the country for public distribution system. These are typical trap questions that you will get in UPSC. In general, we think like food corporation, food related things means they will be coming under Ministry of Agriculture. But remember, Ministry of Agriculture dealing with pre-harvesting related things. See, agriculture means here pre-harvesting and post-harvesting. Pre-harvesting means tilling the soil, sowing the seed and getting the crop. Next, once you get the crop, then you will send it for like you'll sell the crop, right? So there the crucial role will be played by the Food Corporation of India. So here when it comes to purchasing, then the consumer rights comes. So that's why, so here this particular Food Corporation of India comes under actually Ministry of Consumer Affairs, not under Ministry of Agriculture. So these kind of things will come. Here we have to apply the logics, then only we will get the answer, or else we will simply go into the trap of the question. So that's why I have given this question. It's a statutory body under Ministry of Consumer Affairs, not under Ministry of Agriculture. That's why statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2 is correct because what it used to do, like procuring the grains, storing and distributing. So that's the very role of Food Corporation of India. And again, I mentioned that in the class, as 1962. Actually, it was established under the Food Corporation of India Act 1964. From 1965 onwards, it started functioning. So just make a correction in your class notes also. So that's about question number 11. Then let's come to question number 12. Arrange the following Government of India initiatives in chronological order according to the year of formation. Yes, we mentioned this with respect to PDS. First, 1960s, PDS started. Later, by 1992, it started getting implemented across the country. Later, they shifted the target only to the specific audience. Next came, along with this specific targeted group of people, they want to pay attention to the chorus of the core population. There comes the Antyodaya Anna Yojana. Eventually, in the year 2013, we came up with a statutory provision for it, National Food Security Act, by giving a judicial right for the people to get food from the government, especially the cereals and some other food grains. So in that way, if you see, if you arrange by using this information in chronological order, first PDS, then targeted PDS, then Antyodaya Anna Yojana, then National Food Security Act. That means 4, 2, 3 and 1. So where 4, 2, 3 and 1 is there? 4, 2, 3 and 1, it's there in option D. So answer for question number 12 is D. Then let's go to question number 13. Which of the following are the concerns in the implementation of PDS? We just mentioned the challenges associated with PDS. So we mentioned that time it is discouraging crop diversification as most of the farmers are harvesting only paddy and wheat. So with that reason, it is actually encouraging monocropping. So that is also creating an impact onto the environment, like waterlogging related issues, and consuming more amount of water from the water tables, drying up of the aquifers, and shortage of storage. This is one of the challenges with Food Corporation of India. Shortage of food grains in the open market, as FCI is procuring more amount of food grains. So there is a subsequent shortage in the open market, that's also there. And the leakage at the storage facilities, yes, leakages are happening, rotting also happening. So in that way, all the four things are correct: discouraging crop diversification, shortage of storage, shortage of food grains in the open market, leakages at the storage facilities. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The answer here 1, 2, 3 and 4. Question number 13. So it is option C. Next, question number 14. Which of the following committee is appointed by Government of India to restructure Food Corporation of India? As we mentioned, Wadhwa committee was appointed by the Supreme Court to see whether to what extent PDS is functioning. Shanto Kumar committee was appointed in the year 2014 by Government of India to restructure Food Corporation of India. Lodha committee was appointed by the Supreme Court to give suggestions with respect to reforms in BCCI, Board of Cricket Control of India. Justice Verma committee, it is appointed by the Supreme Court to give recommendation with respect to the definition of rape and all. This committee was appointed post Nirbhaya rape that took place in the year 2012. So the answer here is, the question was asked about the committee that was appointed by Government of India to restructure FCI. So the answer should be Shanta Kumar committee. We also mentioned the recommendations of the committee in your class. So you can check back that. That is question number 14. The answer should be, for 14th question, B. Next, question number 15. Which of the following are the opportunities associated with DBT? Direct benefit transfer. We mentioned DBT will enhance dietary diversity because now people will be given the option to purchase whichever food they want to eat at the market price, and the subsidized price will be given by the government directly into the individual's bank account with the help of Jandan, Aadhaar and mobile number, JAM. So dietary diversity is there. Effective targeting, yes. By linking Aadhaar number and mobile number and Jandan Aadhaar account, you can better target. You can reduce the duplicacy also here. Generates employment. But it is not actually the opportunity associated with DBT. DBT is not to generate employment. DBT is to provide benefits to the people. So there is no direct link between DBT and generation of employment. Next, reduces leakages in the delivery of goods. That is very much true. That is one of the concern of PDS, that will be reduced by DBT. So as there is no direct link between employment generation and DBT, option 3 can be eliminated. So here if you go by the elimination procedure, in option in the given options A, B, C, D, B, C, D, and all the three, we have option 3 like generation of employment is there. If you then because that is not directly linked, so the answer should be 1, 2, and 4. That is option A. So the answer for 15th question is A. Then question number 16, the first BRICS summit took place in, sorry here I mentioned I, but it should be in. The first BRICS summit took place in which of the following country? The answer here, as we mentioned, the first summit that took place in Russia. If you want the name, Yekaterinburg, Yekaterinburg, Yekaterinburg. There the summit took place, Russia. Second in Brazil, third in China, fourth in India, fifth in South Africa. Then follows the sequence we mentioned in the last class. So the answer is B for 16th question. 17th question, which of the following is true with respect to Fortaleza Declaration? Fortaleza Declaration means the 2014 declaration in Brazil. There two initiatives. One is the New Development Bank. Second one is Contingency Reserves Arrangement. So here option 1 was given as BRICS countries signed an agreement for the establishment of New Development Bank. That's true. We mentioned that also in the class. BRICS countries initiated consultations for BRICS payment system. No, it was actually started in the year 2015 under the UFA declaration in Russia. So second statement is wrong, first statement is correct. So the answer for 17th question is only A. One only, that means A. 18th question, SWIFT stands for. We mentioned that we are trying for an alternative payment system opposite to SWIFT. So that's where the SWIFT comes. SWIFT means Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Where it is? It should be option C then. So in option C, if you see Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. So for 18th question, the answer is C. 19th question, consider the following statements. Majority of international migration is from Asian region. Yes, according to the global migration report, 40% of the migration is actually from the Asian origin region. Asian origin. Statement 1 is correct. In India, Kerala topped in receiving remittances from outside. True, because 19%. First is Kerala, second is Tamil Nadu. We mentioned that. Next is Karnataka, Delhi. We mentioned these things. So for India, in India, when it comes to India, Kerala topped in receiving remittances from outside. That is true. For India, majority of remittances are coming from USA. This is also correct. In the class, I mentioned Gulf region is giving 53%. But in the Gulf region, we have not many countries. But only from USA, we are getting 22%. If you take the whole Gulf region, within the whole Gulf region, from the whole Gulf region, if you accumulate, it is 53%. But the USA itself alone providing 22%. So for India, majority of remittances are coming from, if you take by country, then it is USA. If you take by region, then it is Gulf region. So these are the traps. So most of you think it is Gulf region. No, it is actually USA. So the answer is only 1 and 2. So where it is? Yes, C. For 19th question, the answer is C. Next, 20th question, the term SAFTA. South Asian Free Trade Agreement signed in the year 2010 by the SAARC countries. So it comes under definitely South Asian region. So with that, I am ending the explanation. Thank you.